Hi, in this video we are going to discuss some methods of preparation of aromatic amines. Out of the methods available, like reduction of nitro compounds, reduction of azo compounds, preparation of amines from benzene, phenol, then Hofmann rearrangement, ammonolysis of aryl chlorides, nowadays in the industry as well as in the labs, reduction of nitro compounds is most common method. Nitrobenzene can be reduced in the vapor phase as well as in the liquid phase. In vapor phase, nitrobenzene, the vaporized one, is treated with hydrogen gas and some catalyst like copper, even nickel, platinum, palladium will also do. So at high temperatures, when nitrobenzene is treated with hydrogen gas and some catalyst, we get aniline as the mechanism explained by Doluda et al. In one article published in 2019, we can see initially this nitro group, when it encounters hydrogen, there is a loss of one oxygen in the form of water. So we get nitroso group in place of nitro group. So there is formation of nitrosobenzene. Next molecule of hydrogen will get added over or across this double bond. Both nitrogen as well as oxygen will get 1 hydrogen. Lastly, third molecule of hydrogen gas, when it will come, there will be loss of this second oxygen again in the form of water. So we are left with nitrogen and these two hydrogens. So for every molecule of aniline getting prepared, there is also two water molecules getting generated. There is a reactor containing catalyst and one inlet at the bottom for vapors of nitrobenzene as well as hydrogen gas. Upon reaction, they will form aniline and water. Upon condensation, we will have a mixture of water and aniline because there is very little difference in their densities. Aniline is a little bit heavier than the water. It is difficult to separate them just by density gradient, but they can be easily separated by fractional distillation. Water will boil early at 100 degrees Celsius and aniline will remain. Also for purification, aniline can again be boiled at 184 degrees Celsius and can be condensed. In case of liquid phase hydrogenation, we need some strong acid. So nitrobenzene in presence of a good catalyst like strontium is treated with concentrated hydrochloric acid. So here also there will be, for one molecule there will be two water molecules generated. Here for balancing the reaction we have two molecules of nitrobenzene, so four molecules of water. And because we are using acid over here, the resulting aniline will be usually in the form of anilinium salt, and it can be easily hydrolyzed with a strong base to get back aniline. Previous two methods are much more common nowadays, that is reduction of nitrobenzene in the vapor as well as liquid phase. They constitute as a major method of production of aniline nowadays. Lesser common methods are reduction of azo compounds, wherein, as you know, azo compounds consist of two nitrogens bonded with a double bond. There will be a two-step reaction when these compounds are heated with hydrogen gas and nickel as a catalyst. First molecule of hydrogen will be added across the double bond. So double bond will be broken to give a single bond, and 1 hydrogen will be kept by each of the nitrogen. In the next step, again 1 hydrogen will be given to each of them, and this resulting bond is also broken, giving two molecules of aniline. If we have a benzene as the starting material, benzene can be first nitrated in presence of strong nitric acid, concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. Upon heating, it will give us first nitrobenzene, which can be later on reduced to give us aniline. Even it is possible when we have amides, carboxylic amides containing this CONH2 group, when they are treated with alkaline solution, that is strong base like NaOH, with bromine, they form sodium hypobromide, which is even a more stronger base. There occurs a rearrangement. This is called as Hofmann rearrangement, wherein phenyl group, which was initially bonded to carbon, now it migrates to the nitrogen, and the compound contains one carbon atom less than the original one. So this is also called as Hofmann degradation, where resulting amine contains one carbon atom less than the starting amide. If we want to obtain amines from the phenols, phenols can also be hydrogenated with hydrogen gas and palladium initially to give cyclohexanol, which can isomerize to cyclohexanone. Now this, if treated with ammonia, which will act as a source of nitrogen, and later on again hydrogenated with third molecule of hydrogen gas, can give us first cyclohexylamine, which can be dehydrogenated to give us aniline. Two older methods include reaction of chlorobenzene, that is hydrobenzenes, with liquid ammonia giving aniline, as well as nitrobenzenes. They were previously reduced in presence of ferrous as a catalyst to give aniline. These are some sources for the images as well as mechanisms. You can go through this paper by Doluda et al. As well as Naresh et al. For some mechanisms. Even I have explained all the reactions with respect to aniline. If you want to produce any other aromatic amine, then corresponding change in the reactant is needed. Depending upon the substituents present in the benzene ring, corresponding aromatic amine will be obtained. Next we are going to see reactions of amine. Till then, take care. Goodbye.